9 new cases of COVID-19 positive reported in the state during the last 24 hours. Dimapur reports 5 new cases, while 4 cases have been reported from Peran. With 88 persons having recovered from the infection, there are now 89 active cases in the state. India sees a jump of over 11,000 novel coronavirus cases for the third consecutive day today, taking the total number of infections to over 3.32 lakh, while the death toll rise to 9,520. There are now 1,53,106 active cases of the coronavirus disease, while 1,69,797 people have recovered. And the Indian Council of Medical Research and All India Institute of Medical Sciences validates a Korean company's antigen test kit as India looks to ramp up testing to deal with the surge in coronavirus infections. The antigen test kit gives results in 30 minutes. We are back at this time once again. Well, hello viewers. Welcome to this news broadcast from News and Trends, your daily dose of news coming from our studios here in Nagaland. Here is our top story. A total of 9 new cases of COVID-19 positive were reported in the state during the last 24 hours, taking the state's tally of positive cases to 177. Informing this in a tweet this morning, Health and Family Welfare Minister S. Pang said the positive cases were detected from the 418 samples tested. The minister also informed that out of the 9 cases, 5 were detected from Dimapur Quarantine Center and 4 from Peran Quarantine Center. With 88 persons having recovered from the infection, there are now 89 active cases in the state. India saw a jump of over 11,000 novel coronavirus cases for the third consecutive day today, taking the total number of infections to over 3.32 lakh. While the death toll rose to 9,520 with 325 more deaths, the health ministry said. There are 1,53,106 active cases of the coronavirus, while 1,69,797 people have recovered and a patient has migrated according to the ministry data updated in the morning. Therefore, 51.07% of the patients have recovered so far, an official said. The number of confirmed cases rose to 3,32,424 with 11,502 new infections in the last 24 hours, the ministry said. India is the 4th worst hit nation by the pandemic after the US, Brazil and Russia. According to the Johns Hopkins University, which has been compiling COVID-19 data from all over the world, India is in the 9th position in terms of death toll. The maximum number of cases are from Maharashtra with 107,958 infections, followed by 44,661 in Tamil Nadu, 41,182 in Delhi, and 23,544 in Gujarat. In the northeast, Assam has reported 4,049 cases of the pathogen. A total of 1,076 cases have been reported from Tripura. Manipur has 458 COVID-19 cases. Mizoram has 112. Arunachal Pradesh has 91. Meghalaya 44. And Sikkim has reported 68 cases till now. Nagaland Chief Minister Nipirio today said that the government of Nagaland is heading for financial crisis despite austerity measures being formulated to augment the resources amidst economic meltdown. Addressing a press conference in the Secretariat Conference Hall this afternoon, the Chief Minister said the state is heading for financial crisis due to poor revenue collection and diversion of budgeted funds for combating novel coronavirus. Rio said so far the government has spent rupees 127.11 crore to fight the COVID-19 pandemic. Out of this, an amount of rupees 24.75 crore has been received from the central government, Rupees 99.42 crore has been spent from the state's own resources and an amount of rupees 2.95 crore from the Chief Minister's Relief Fund. The Chief Minister said the main receipts of the state are the revenue deficit grant and the share of central taxes and duties. The state received the revenue deficit grant because, as the name itself says, we're in a revenue deficit even after the awards. So in order to reduce gap of deficit in resources to meet revenue expenditure, the revenue deficit grant is given, he said. On state's own revenue, Rio said due to lockdown and its negative impact on all economic activities, the revenues of the state were badly affected. During April, the state could collect rupees 21.28 crore against an average monthly receipt of rupees 109 crore during 2019-20. Briefing on revenue of COVID-19 cess, Rio said his government took a considered decision to levy COVID-19 cess following a preliminary assessment of the levels of expenditure that would have to be incurred, especially considering the need to build up health infrastructure and procurement of machinery and equipments, including protective items and medicines. But the costs of meeting the actual needs have so far exceeded what was initially estimated, he maintained. The Chief Minister said since the government was aware of the huge deficit impact the pandemic would have on the state, it was decided to raise some extra resources from the petroleum sector. He said government has proposed austerity measures and the decision has been taken to reduce the government expenditures such as freezing fresh appointments, 15% cut in selected items of expenditures such as travelling entitlements, office expenses, motor vehicles and maintenance, freezing of dearness allowances and dearness relief during 2020-21, and pro-rate cut of 15% in the state's own developmental expenditure. As India looks to ramp up testing to deal with the surge in coronavirus infections, a Korean company's antigen test kit that gives results in 30 minutes has been validated by the Indian Council of Medical Research (ICMR) and All India Institute of Medical Sciences (AIIMS). The kit, produced by the firm SD Biosensor, which has a manufacturing unit in Manesar, Gurugram, can be used in field settings. If the result of the antigen test comes out as positive, it can be considered as a confirmation of the infection. If it shows a negative result, then ICMR has recommended that an RT-PCR test also be done to rule out infection. The kit comes with an inbuilt COVID antigen test device, viral extraction tube with viral lysis buffer, and sterile swab for sample collection. Unlike antibody tests which require drawing of blood, the antigen test needs a nasal swab. This swab is collected using the customized sample collection swab provided along with the kit. No other swab, throat or bronchoalveolar lavage or sputum is needed. According to ICMR, the specificity or the kit's accuracy in detecting true negatives is between 99.3% to 100% based on validation done at 2 sites. The kit's sensitivity or the rate of detecting infections correctly ranged from 50.6% to 84% based on 2 independent evaluations. The total number of global coronavirus cases has increased to 79,12,426, while the death toll has reached 4,33,391, according to the Johns Hopkins University. With 20,94,058 confirmed cases and 1,15,732 deaths, the US currently accounts for the highest number of infections and fatalities in the world. In terms of cases, Brazil comes in the second place with 8,67,624 infections. This was followed by Russia with 5,28,267, India with 3,32,424, and the United Kingdom with 2,97,342. Regarding fatalities, the UK continues in the second position after the US with 41,783 COVID-19 deaths, which also accounts for the highest fatalities in Europe. The other countries with over 10,000 deaths are Brazil, Italy, France, Spain, and Mexico. The Horticulture Department, led by Advisor Mathangyantan, Director Dr. R. Ilitheng Lotha, and Dimapur District Horticulture Officer Tamsu Longkamar, along with officials from the department, conducted farm visit at JK Integrated Farm located at Vidima village today. The officials visited the 40 acres of land maintained by a young entrepreneur, Rainbow Muri, who has been focused on farming the land with integrated farming consisting of animal husbandry, piggery and fisheries, and orchard crops like papaya, banana, seedless guava, etc. He also mentioned that the orchards will be irrigated under drip irrigation system. Murray also plans to invest more resources on the orchard development in the coming days. During the visit, the department also highlighted on the various aspects of cultivation, encouraged and motivating the young entrepreneur. It may be mentioned that the department has been assisting the farm in terms of planting materials, irrigation, fertilizers and information on planting techniques, management and post-harvest guidance. A total of 60 female returnees who arrived from Haryana on a special train and were at the quarantine center at Livingston Foundation International LFI left for Perrin last Saturday. One patient from Perrin district stayed back to await final confirmation of her test status. According to sources at LFI Quarantine Center, the quarantinees left for their home district after spending 20 days at the center. The same batch of returnees from Mon district numbering 78 are also expected to leave the quarantine center in the next few days. The female group of Haryana returnees have been in the center for the quarantine, which is being managed by the Western Sumi Hoho and the Western Sumi Akuku Kakakulu WSPK. 16 of the inmates have so far been tested positive for COVID-19 from this center, 13 from Perrin, 2 from Mon and 3 from Dimapur in terms of domicile districts the patients belong. Sources said all the positive patients are currently undergoing treatment at COVID Hospital Dimapur. According to the Department of Health and Family Welfare, out of the total of 85 active cases, 40 persons are at District Hospital Dimapur, 7 are at Assam Rifles Hospital Dimapur, 14 patients are presently undergoing treatment at NHAK, and 7 are at Chedema COVID-19 Hospital, while 9 are admitted in Mon District Hospital and 8 patients are at Perrin CHC Jaluke. All 85 active cases are asymptomatic. 79 persons have recovered from Dimapur District Hospital, 2 from NHAK Kohima, 6 from Chedema Kohima and 5 from Twengsang. With this, the latest figures for recovered patients stand at 92. The district-wide distribution of cases by domicile district are Kohima 7, Dimapur 28, Mokokchung 0, Thek 1, Zinaboto 1, Twengsang 10, Mon 33, Woka 7, Kifri 4, Longland 0, Perrin 84 and others 2. The department also informed that a total of 6,560 cumulative number of samples were sent for tests and results for 5,256 have been received, out of which 177 have tested positive and 5,079 samples have tested negative. A total of 615 samples were sent after 3 p.m. yesterday till 3 p.m. today. Results for 1,294 samples are awaited. A total of 473 samples were tested by TrueNat and 471 have tested negative. 2 samples have tested positive. A total of 39 samples were retested through RT-PCR, out of which 10 samples tested positive and 29 samples tested negative. 65 samples were retested through TrueNat, of which 2 were positive and 63 tests were negative. That's all we have time for in this edition of News Broadcast from News and Trends. We'll leave you with this video of young female quarantinees singing Heal Me, O Lord, the theme song at Livingston Foundation International Quarantine Center. which was composed by Hoji V. Kapo, Secretary, Department of Church Music Ministry, WSBAK. The composer of this song has dedicated this to all who are quarantined at LFI and in different parts of Nagaland, and also to the frontline workers who have selflessly taken up the responsibility to care and protect us at these troubled times, putting their lives at risk. This is Heal Me, O Lord, being sung by the young girls at LFI Quarantine Center. Listen to it. Meanwhile, stay safe, practice safe health hygiene, and maintain social distancing wherever you are. And most importantly, take good care of yourself. Thanks for watching.
Heal me, oh heal me, Lord.